Even in the silence of your tears, I see you. Even when your faith feels faint, I am still here. You think I've turned away because the pain hasn't stopped. You wonder if my promises were for someone else, someone stronger, someone more faithful. But child, listen to me now. Faith is not the absence of struggle. It is your trembling hand still reaching for me in the dark, and I honor that. I see you trying to hold it together while everything feels like it's falling apart. I see the nights you lie awake, whispering prayers you're not even sure I still hear. I see how your heart quietly breaks when you compare your life to others, wondering why it feels like I'm silent with you, but I have never left you. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Your brokenness does not disqualify you from my love. It draws me closer. I don't run from your mess. I run toward it. I am not far from the crushed in spirit. I dwell with them. I stand in the ashes. I walk into rooms filled with sorrow, not to judge, but to heal. And I'm standing in yours right now. Don't let your feelings define my faithfulness. Don't measure my presence by the ease of your path. I work through mystery. I lead through valleys. But I never ever let go. Your faith, even in fragments, moves my heart. When you trust me with nothing left but your tears, I gather them all. When you whisper, I still believe, through your cracked voice, all of heaven leans in. Because that, my child, that is faith. You don't need a mountain-sized belief, just a mustard seed, small, hidden, even buried beneath grief, and I will make it grow. I will water it with my promises. I will surround it with my spirit. I will shield it with my hand. So don't quit. Don't give up. Don't silence your hope. I am here, and I will prove myself faithful, not always in the way you expect, but always in the way that heals. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment I begin to write something new, something stronger, something deeper, something eternal. Even in your broken faith, you are still mine, and I will not let go. Hey, my child, I see you sitting there, in that quiet moment where the world doesn't notice, but your heart feels everything. You've been holding back the tears, haven't you? Smiling for others while silently breaking inside. You've convinced yourself that no one would understand the depth of what you carry. But I do. I always have. I want you to know this right now. Your broken heart matters to me, not because it's dramatic, not because it's loud, but because it's real and it's yours, because you are mine, and whatever touches your heart touches mine. I was there when the pain first cracked you open. I saw the moment you stopped believing that anyone would ever truly stay. I heard the words that wounded you deeply, even when they were never taken back. I felt the loneliness that wrapped around you at night, like a heavy fog, pressing down on your chest until it was hard to breathe. You may have thought you were alone, but you were not. I was sitting beside you when your hands trembled and your spirit cried out in silence. I never turned away. I never left the room. I was there, collecting every tear like precious jewels, because to me, they are. You see broken. I see beloved. You see failure. I see someone still breathing, still standing, still fighting, and that moves me. You see a mess. I see the place where my healing begins. I don't expect you to be strong all the time. That was never the burden I put on your shoulders. My strength is made perfect in your weakness, not your performance, not your pretending, but in your raw, real, shattered moments where I do my best work. I am near to the brokenhearted, not just watching, but actively moving, binding, healing. And no, it doesn't always happen in an instant. Sometimes healing looks like me holding you in the night while you weep, again and again. Sometimes it's me whispering, "One more day, my child. Just take one more step." And sometimes it's silence. But even then I am working, in ways you cannot yet see, in places you didn't know were broken, I am restoring. I don't need you to explain why it hurts. I already know. I don't need you to hide it from me. I welcome your honesty. Come as you are, heart cracked wide open, soul tired, faith shaken. I can handle your anger, your questions, your doubt. I would rather hear your trembling voice than your silence. I didn't create you to carry this alone. I created you for me, for my love, for my comfort, for my healing touch that reaches deeper than human words ever could. And I'm not waiting for you to fix yourself first. I want to meet you in the middle of the breaking. That's where my mercy meets your mess. You are not forgotten. You are not too much. You are not invisible to me. You, right now, in this exact moment, are fully seen, fully loved, fully held. So breathe, my child. Let go. Let me be the one who carries this pain with you. Let me be the one who reminds you, your broken heart is not the end of your story. It's the place where my redemption begins. I'm here. I always have been, my child. There is a sacred truth I want you to carry in the depths of your soul, especially when the nights are longest and the ache is loudest. I am near to the brokenhearted, and I do not turn away from those crushed in spirit. That includes you. I know this pain feels unbearable. I know the weight on your chest has become so heavy, it's hard to breathe. I know the kind of heartbreak that steals your appetite, your sleep, and sometimes even your will to keep going. I see it. I feel it. And I need you to know, I do not stand at a distance. I draw closer than ever when your spirit is crushed. You may have heard others walk away when you broke. You may have watched people grow silent when they didn't know what to say to your grief. Maybe they meant well. Maybe they didn't. But I never withdraw from pain. I lean into it because I am not a distant God. I am Emmanuel, God with you. When your tears hit the pillow, I catch them. When you scream into the void and hear no reply, I'm already whispering to your soul, not always with words, but with presence. There is no level of brokenness too dark for my light, no grief too great for my comfort, no despair too deep for my reach. I am not waiting for you to get stronger before I come. I am not expecting you to pick yourself up before I move. I move because I love. I come close because I care. My nearness is not based on your faithfulness. It is rooted in my character, and my character has never changed. From the very beginning, I've been a God who stoops low, who walks into pain, who sits in ashes with my children. Do you remember when my son stood outside the tomb of his friend? He wept, not because he had no power. He was about to raise Lazarus, but because my heart feels, because I grieve with you before I heal you. And when you feel the weight of sorrow pressing against your chest, I am not on the other side of heaven watching coldly. I am beside you, breathing with you.